2 seconds and repeat the action. Continue each set until you fatigue and start to lose form, or until you reach 2 minutes, whichever comes first. Complete 3 sets, resting 30 seconds between each set. As you become stronger, you can perform the same exercise while kneeling on the floor, making sure, again, that you arch your back and you get that extra push at the end of each repetition. Eventually, you'll be able to perform normal push-ups, again, with this slight extra motion.
Hitchhiker exercise. The hitchhiker exercise strengthens the muscles that control your shoulder blades as well as your rotator cuff muscles. You can exercise both sides of your body at the same time or choose to do one arm at a time. You do not need any weights for this exercise to begin with, but as you progress, you can advance to using very light weights. These weights should be less than 2 pounds even for the strongest athletes. Lie on your stomach on the floor or on a table. Relax your head and keep it in line with your spine. Put your arms straight out to your sides with your thumbs pointing to the ceiling. It looks like you are hitchhiking. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and simultaneously lift your hands up and move them slightly towards your head. Use both arms at the same time to create a position that looks like a Y at the end of the exercise. Hold this position for 1 second and relax to the starting position. Try to perform the exercise for 2 minutes like this. If you cannot get to 2 minutes, that's okay. When you become fatigued and cannot maintain your form, rest for 30 seconds. Then perform your second and third sets the same way. If you get to the point where you can complete 3 sets of 2 minutes, hold some small weights that are less than 2 pounds in your hands when performing the exercise. You can make your own weights by filling small water bottles with sand.
The third series of exercises focuses on developing strength in your abdominal and lower back muscles. These are some of the muscles that make up the core of your body. The muscles in the core of your body are essential for helping you maintain balance in the water when you swim. Balance is one of the most important skills you can develop. With weak abdominal and lower back muscles, you will not be able to achieve a sufficient level of balance using the core muscles of your body. If you're like most swimmers, you'll then try to achieve this balance by changing your arm position or your stroke pattern when you swim. This places added stress on the shoulder and can lead to shoulder problems. There are many abdominal and lower back exercises you can do to strengthen these muscles. We will show you 2 of these exercises. The dead bug exercise. The dead bug exercise strengthens your abdominal muscles and gets its name because if you do it correctly, you will look like a bug that is flipped over on its back, waving its legs in the air. Start by lying on the floor and putting your hands under your tailbone. Tighten up your lower abdominal muscles by trying to pull your belly button in towards your spine. This will help you avoid excessive arching in your lower back. Lift your legs off the floor and perform a light flutter kick motion. Continue this movement for 2 minutes or until you cannot keep your lower back flat. Once you master this, you can remove your hands from under your tailbone, raise them off the table, and perform a flutter kicking type of motion with your arms as well. This form of the exercise is more difficult. You must make sure that you don't allow your lower back to arch, since this can lead to injury and you would not be working the appropriate muscles if your lower back arches.
The quadruped exercise. The quadruped exercise resembles an animal walking on all fours, giving the exercise its name, quadruped. When performing this exercise, you will strengthen the muscles in the lower back and abdominal region and foster strength development between the 2 sides of your body. Start this exercise on your hands and knees. Get into a tabletop position by flattening out your back. There should not be an arch in your back, nor should there be a dip. This will require tightening up your abdominal and lower back muscles. Think about pulling your belly button in towards your spine. To perform the exercise, simultaneously lift your left arm and right leg, straightening them out so they are parallel to the floor. Hold this position for a second, making sure you maintain a flat back. Then slowly bring the hand and knee back to the floor. Repeat this exercise, lifting the right arm and left leg. Alternate in this fashion for 2 minutes or until you become fatigued. You are fatigued if you cannot lift the arm or leg parallel to the floor or if you are not able to maintain your flat back position. Perform 3 sets with 30 seconds rest between each set.
We've talked a lot about strengthening muscles so far. However, stretching is also important to make certain you can use your newfound strength. Strengthening plus stretching equals improved function. By combining the strengthening and stretching exercises, you will help cut down the likelihood of shoulder injury when you swim. The hamstring stretch. The hamstring stretch stretches the muscles in the back of your thigh. These muscles help you bend your knee and are also involved in straightening out your hip. These muscles have a lot of control over the position of your pelvis and therefore impact your body position and balance in the water. You are much better able to control your balance in the water if your hamstrings are not tight. To perform this stretch, you will need to use a towel. Start by laying flat on your back on the floor. Keep the leg that is not going to be stretched flat on the floor as well. To stretch your hamstrings, loop a towel around the ball of your foot. Straighten your leg and pull your leg towards your body. Do not lock your knee. A slight bend in the knee is okay, but your knee should really not be bent a lot. Keep your pelvis on the floor and don't rotate your body to help you get your leg closer to your torso. Pull until you feel a moderate stretch in the back of your thigh and hold that position for 30 seconds. You should not feel pain. If you do feel pain, stop the stretch immediately. Perform this stretch 2 times on each leg.
The upper back stretch. The upper back stretch targets the trapezius muscle, which connects your neck and your middle back to your shoulder blades. Good flexibility is needed in this muscle in order for the shoulder blades to move properly. This exercise is designed to stretch the upper part of the trapezius muscle since it tends to get tight in swimmers, and a tight muscle may contribute to shoulder pain. Stand up straight and push the palms of your hands together in front of your chest. Push your hands straight away from your body while continuing to squeeze your palms together. Continue to push your hands away from your body until you feel a moderate stretch in your upper back and between your shoulder blades. Try to keep your shoulders from moving upward towards your ears by pushing straight away from the body. Hold this position for 30 seconds and repeat after a 15-second rest. Make certain you breathe. Do not hold your breath as you perform this exercise.
The neck stretch. The neck stretch is another way to stretch the muscles of your upper back. This stretch also targets the upper trapezius muscle. To perform this stretch, stand up straight and do not roll or hunch the shoulders forward. Lift your chest towards the ceiling. Place one arm in the small of your back. The elbow should be bent so that the forearm is parallel to the floor. Press your arm into the small of your back to provide some stability for the movement. Place your other hand on the top of your head. Gently guide your head towards your shoulder, bending it to the side, until you feel a moderate stretch on the opposite side of your neck. Try to bring your head to your shoulder and do not raise your shoulder to come up to the head. Hold this position for 2 seconds. Repeat this stretch twice, resting 15 seconds between each repetition. You can also stretch a different part of the muscle by looking at the armpit of the pulling arm. Try both of these variations of the stretch to stretch as much of the muscle as possible. Perform this same stretch on both sides of your body.
We hope you find time to incorporate the exercises described in this video into your training routine. If you have difficulty performing a specific exercise or have pain during an exercise, it is best to stop that exercise and seek an evaluation from a medical practitioner with expertise in this area. The USA Swimming website lists medical practitioners in your area who have expertise with shoulder problems in swimmers. You may also directly contact USA Swimming for further information for referrals. Good luck.